Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today I'm going to talk about Bata, which can be big over the next couple of years. So let's understand about the business. Let's get started. First of all, disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research, and I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Bata, here's a small request. Kindly support me on Patreon. You must do that. Help me grow the channel. Help you also ask me questions and eke out answers in greater detail. Once you get a $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts that I put up from time to time. And also, you can pay $100 upfront. You get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. And also, if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can directly email me. You can get other sorts of membership as well. Now about the company, established in 1894, it was named as in Shenxia at that point of time. Manufactures top quality footwear. It is the biggest retail footwear brand of India, and it has got competition at the moment. But Bata is renowned to be here in India as one of the brands in footwear industry. Has been a market leader for many years, and the market cap of the company is around 22,000 crores. If you look at the financials, then these are Q4 numbers. Sales went up by around 12.5%, but profit jumped by around 117%, and mainly due to the schools opening up for at least two of the four quarters, which went well the last two quarters of this financial year. ROE was at around 21%. Operating profit margin was very stable at around 26%, which was decent. Why it's a gem? What is so special about it? It has the moat and leadership in high-end footwears for men, whether for offices. They have a lot of footwear brands that do extremely well, like Hush Puppies, etc. Exceptional return ratios in terms of a stock or a company. It has at least some level of pricing power to increase prices and still are able to have the same volume. So that is why the company does well on the bottom line. Management is top class. There's no issue with the management. In fact, it gives a very good dividend and does extremely well for shareholders. Over the last 20 years, the company has grown, I think, nearly 150x. The business has its longevity. I don't think the business is going to go down in a hurry or just completely vanish. Shoes are always required, and although there is a heavy competition, so the pie that we had, it's getting split even more. But the business per se is set to grow more as schools open up, as things open up completely from FY23 onwards. And remember that quality always sells at premium, and that is exactly what is happening, that this stock is trading at something like 60-70 times. But if you look at 2 year forward earnings, then it's not trading that expensive. So we come to the valuation part, and the most important part of the presentation, and why I believe it can do well over the next 2 years is that it has come out with around 5.5 rupees EPS for this quarter. If we take a 20% increase, even if we take if we take a 50 to 60% increase on this, things would be even better going forward. But I believe the increase would be even more because of the kind of numbers we have seen for the last two quarters for the company. It should be able to regain its mojo in FY23, I believe, although the pandemic is increasing a little bit, but the fatality rate is extremely low. So I think schools will remain opened up, and when that happens, people will look for more shoes and better pair of shoes, etc., and there will be a lot of pent up demand that would come through. That would be for the first time since FY19 that such level of demand would come in, because in FY20 we had a decrease in, you can say, a decline in demand that started in FY20 and went into abysmality for the last two financial years. So if we take an 18% CAGR growth from FY19, from the level of FY19, so 2021, 22, and 23, we see a doubling of EPS. So that means an EPS of 52. Remember, it did an EPS of 26 rupees in FY19. So it should do an EPS of 52 rupees. It came out with an EPS of 26 rupees this year. That purely means that earnings are set to double next year if things fall in place, if there is no shutdown, if there are no issues. Although raw material cost is a worry, but they have maintained their margins, and that's why I have come out with these figures. Yes, 52 could may be see 52 could become 48, it could become 56, we don't know about it, but the ballpark figure is around 50 rupees EPS. Will not be surprised if they come out with around 60 rupees of EPS in FY24. So in 2024, by June July, I see the stock trading at least if not more than that, but at least 50 times that 60 rupees. So that means 3000. So I think between 3000 to 3300 is a very big possibility. It trades at 30 times a 2 year forward earning. I'm pretty confident it should come out with an EPS well more than 52 53 rupees for FY24. So it should trade at 50 to 60 times, and the stock should be around 30 to 3300 rupees, or if not that, then at least 3000 rupees. So that's a very big jump from around 1700 1800 rupees that it's trading at. Currently, you can easily see a 70 to 80% stock price growth over this period, especially when the market, which has come down, so the market itself has come down 19%, the Nifty and the mid and small cap indexes have come down by around 25%. Most of the stocks have come down appreciably. Bata itself is down something like 30% from the top. So when you take that into equation, first it will go to new highs and then will breach that and go higher. So even technically speaking, we could easily see a 60-70% stock price surge over this 2 year period, provided the externalities stay away and there are no issues with respect to more shutdown, there are no issues with respect to oil prices rising even more. So there are threats, but I think those threats will be thwarted. We have seen oil prices go down from 140 to around 115 rupees dollar. So if inflation is in check, and inflation would have made a peak by the end of September, if that happens and oil prices starts to come down, I think we could definitely see a level or a price more than 3000 on the stock. So what needs to be done, in my opinion? Buy on any declines. It can do well in the long run as schools open up, as I say, completely. You can buy at these levels and wait for 1600 levels to buy more. Look for massive falls to buy, and it's a good long-term bet, 2 to 3 year bet. So this was a video on Bata. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so you get videos straight away when I post it. Kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.